Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ganch's Menagerie. I am Ganch. So, just wanted to do a quick update of what's currently on the table. Products got completed, and where we're going from here. For what month are we in? February. Yeah, we're in February. Oh, good lord. Um, the February challenge on our Discord was to do something different with basing we haven't done before. I have never multi-based, and I've never painted anything smaller than 28 millimeter. Epic Warlord Games Epic American Civil War figures were definitely something different. I did not expect them to be as easy yet challenging to paint. Coming from 28 and larger, going into mass unit like these, it definitely took a little bit of saying good enough is good enough. From 3 feet away, you're not going to notice every individual face, but it was a good challenge. It was a good challenge. What else we got? Some work in progress. We're currently working through our Guards of Trader's Toll slowly but surely. Also have the first sprue of the ACW on the painting table, kind of filtering that in as we go. I don't have a game plan for that yet because I have to paint up both sides. Um, but yeah, these two are just waiting to get based, and then I have the other four compatriots off to the side here. Um, we did do some purchasing for Christmas, and Knuckle Duster Miniatures is the name of the company actually, and I needed some table dressing to go along with my new table, the new buildings for my table or my board for Dead Man's Hand. And Knuckle Duster Minis make some really nice, both resin, like this one I absolutely love this model. Um, the horse tack on this, bring it up a little closer, is superb, absolutely superb. And the mini itself just looks got that really nice old west vibe to it. And for how can you beat Longhorns for a cow town? My basing scheme for my Dead Man's Hand project is all based on a northern northwestern or northern west, not the American Southwest or Texas or anything, sort of Kansas, Montana, that kind of stuff. So I thought Longhorns, ideally Herefords would work, but trying to find the amount of Herefords to have. But I have a bunch of these to paint up. I got some shopkeepers. I got some wagon riders, uh, some standing horses, some draft horses to pull my Sarissa wagons. I got the stagecoach over off to my left here, which you can't see on camera. Um, but yeah, put them together, and my board's gonna be a lot more crowded, which is a good thing. My Narcisco buddy Narcisco and his wife came up and hung out the other day, and they played a game of Dead Man's Hand, and that was one thing that it seemed it was the line of sight blocking and everything else kind of wasn't enough with my current setup. So the goal is to eventually host a demo game at a local con, which is actually coming up here. I'm not there yet. Excuse me. So maybe next year, but want to try to get the board better and built up. Some other work in progress. I have a D&D statuette project that I've been working on, and these resin sculpts are from Plague Miniatures on Etsy, and I really absolutely love the detail on these. I did not know when I purchased this mini because I just didn't space. I just thought it was a cool looking bard, but he's kind of got a half mask on, so he looks kind of like Phantom of the Opera. I think he's going to turn out really cool. But I've gotten primed and then base coats for him, or not base coats, but primed, and I'm working on the bases right now. Um, Again, going to intersperse these in between all the other stuff I got going on. And then we got the cleric. So he just looks cool. Don't have a dragonborn yet, and I think he's going to look really cool if I can get him do justice to what I think he looks like in my head. And lastly, but not least, for the 10th statuette of this project is the monk. Again, one of those things that I wasn't paying attention, or I don't know what, but I didn't realize that her fist magical effect looked like a dragon. I just thought that looked really cool. I'm really looking forward to painting these up and seeing what they look like on my shelf. Oh, other bits and bobs, work in progress. I do have a Strahd, which I will not show you because no one can see that until its recipient does when he gets finished, because he wants to see it completed. Um, my my Ashton, one of my players and friends, is last year got his doctorate and became a doctor of physical therapy. And to keep with the trend of celebrating the group's milestones, I painted up my buddy Weaver a chocobo for his new job. I asked, my guys, like, we have all had something to celebrate. Ashton, what do you want? And he's like, I want a Strahd, because my dude is running a Strahd D&D campaign as a DM, which I think is really freaking awesome. So, without further ado, an actual completed project is this. These have been sitting on my painting table since last fall. Hello, my son. Sorry, the menagerie is getting loud here. Bjorn, that's enough, my son. You're fine. These have been sitting on my painting table since last fall. And with school, life, everything else getting in the way, I did not get a chance, nearly as much time to paint these and get these done as I thought I would. But they're done. Dead Man's Hand. They are to represent the Outlaws faction. Gang, not faction. Outlaws. And you can see the basing scheme is that actual real or upper Midwest, not Southwest. Oh, I am getting no light here. Probably because the boys or my shepherds are walking around the background. I did back the Kickstarter for Great Escape Games for their mounted cowboys when they came out. So it's been almost 2 years ago now, I think, that came out. So take how long I've been working on these. But I wanted, for all of the core gangs from the base handbook, I wanted a mounted and dismounted version, just to have options. And if you are playing a scenario where you mount up and you try to get off the board or something like that, or you're riding in, running and gunning, I wanted to have that continuity. And so I did it. I am pleasantly surprised with how they turned out. Looking back at my initial Dead Man's Hand gang members, the lawmen and the desperados, I've gotten better as a painter, which is nice to see that I'm slowly but surely improving. But yeah, they were a lot of fun to paint, super easy to put together as well, and they definitely are. They definitely are looking like a gang. Yeah, I'm very, very pleasantly surprised. I'm repeating myself again. See, it's been a long day at work, y'all. I apologize. I am else upcoming on the painting table. I still have the whole Guards for Trader's Toolbox to work on, and some other bits and bobs floating around. I will get to that all eventually, or I'll get side railed by a different project, and then it'll keep going forever. But it'll be fine. The upcoming March challenge on our Discord is going to be just enjoy the hobby and paint a mini. So looking forward to doing that, and I don't know which mini I'm going to do for that, because that is my sole hobby, or one of my sole hobbies is just painting. So I'm definitely going to be taking part in that. Hopefully, I'll have something to show off and good stories to tell. If you've made it this far, well, I appreciate you sitting and let me ramble at you for a bit. If you are interested in coming and hanging out with the Discord, want to talk about painting, show off what you're working on, anything like that, I will drop a link in the permanent invite link from us into our description. And until then, I hope y'all's paint flows smoothly and your dice roll well. Thanks.